in the next 2 or 3 years with her film company Blondie Girl Productions and what she has been doing outside of Disney, like Scary Movie 5. But when you really compare what Lindsay Lohan did as a young girl to now with movies like Machete and Scary Movie 5, I mean, really, is this what you want to see from Lindsay Lohan? Was this to be expected from Lindsay Lohan? Did you think that 10 years after watching Lindsay Lohan in The Parent Trap and Freaky Friday, we would be seeing Lindsay Lohan have her career take such an unfortunate turn? I wouldn't have thought this 10 years ago. If you were to say to me 10 years ago, this would be what we were looking at for Lindsay Lohan in 2015, I would have said you're absolutely crazy because she had so much promise going with her career both professionally and personally. And I thought so much was really swinging in the favor of Lindsay Lohan, giving her the momentum she needed to get somewhere. She put out a couple of singles on the Billboard chart. That didn't get her anywhere. And then she had a couple of roles outside of projects from Disney. That got her somewhere, but she ruined her life because of it. So can we get away with calling Lindsay Lohan a train wreck? Can I get away with calling Lindsay Lohan a train wreck? I think I can because so many other people out there have gotten away with this. So many celebrities want to get their hands on Lindsay Lohan and knock some sense into her. I know a lot of wrestling divas out there who want to get their hands on Lindsay Lohan. A number of other celebrities want to get their hands on Lindsay Lohan, and I can't say that I blame them for wanting to get their hands on Lindsay Lohan for how unprofessional she has been. Her image for her young fans out there in the age demographic of anywhere from 15 to 50 years of age definitely have something to really think about when being fans of Lindsay Lohan and for following them as much as what they have been. You know, following the career of a Miley Cyrus or a Demi Lovato is one thing, but should we really be keeping up on Lindsay Lohan, especially with young fans out there supporting Lindsay Lohan for a number of years as much as what we are? Should Lindsay Lohan be setting a more positive example like many of her in her age category should be? I think she should. I think she really needs to come to a pivotal point and make a decision, a career-altering decision at that. Either stay in entertainment and set a more positive image or just go elsewhere with your life and your choices because really you don't belong in the genre of entertainment that you are currently in if you're doing what you're doing and just getting away with every single thing. I do support the law for their decisions with Miss Lohan and her career choices, both professionally and personally, for getting on Lindsay Lohan and giving her such a hard time. I really appreciate how different things happen to these celebrities to teach them life lessons, which obviously they learn from sometimes, other times they don't. So I do support the law in their decisions to deal with these celebrities and the manners they have chosen to do over the years. I have a great deal of respect for people who have to deal with celebrities like Lindsay Lohan and Justin Bieber, who definitely turned his life around after so many unfortunate incidents occurred in his life, both personally and professionally. I really have a great deal of respect for everybody who has to deal with this sort of thing. Just Lindsay Lohan seems to be the latest celebrity who's had her career take an unfortunate turn, her career and her lifestyle take an unfortunate turn, and I just really feel for people out there who have to deal with this sort of thing. Now, I may be the latest celebrity blogger out there to refer to Lindsay Lohan as a train wreck, but I'm not the only one, so you shouldn't throw criticism my way for referring to Lindsay Lohan as a train wreck, because I venture to believe, I really hold the belief, that there are more people out there who are going to agree with me on my opinion about Lindsay Lohan than there are going to disagree with my opinion on Lindsay Lohan, because what really is there professionally going on for Lindsay Lohan? You know, you call Lindsay Lohan's agent, which I have done, and she says to call her back when Lindsay actually has something relevant to promote. That just puts into perspective for you how unprofessional Lindsay Lohan is when she has nothing to promote in the way of a movie or a single or some project she's working on, when her agent turns you down because she has nothing to promote because she's kayfabing the unprofessionalism Lindsay has exemplified for the better part of the last 5 through 10 years. Get something professional going on, Lindsay. You know, I want to see more from you than just having a role as yourself in Scary Movie 5. The girl plays herself in movies. She's that famous for being unprofessional. That's absolutely ridiculous. When is the last time you saw Lindsay Lohan play some role in a movie where she wasn't referred to as herself? I think it was Machete was the last time I know I saw Lindsay Lohan play a role of a character rather than being referred to as herself in a movie. When you refer to yourself as yourself in a movie, that just shows how unprofessional you are, like Lindsay Lohan had to do for Scary Movie 5 with Ashley Tisdale as Judy as the lead role of that movie, replacing Anna Faris. So that really just shows to me, that goes a long way in showing just how unprofessional Lindsay Lohan has been. When you compare her roles as a young teenager in movies like The Parent Trap and Freaky Friday, I mean, they were amazing roles compared to what Lindsay Lohan is doing now. And that's when I had credit given to Lindsay Lohan for the role she had in Disney and how Disney really set her on a path of promise. And when I lost respect for Lindsay Lohan is when her career started to go astray and she started making these unprofessional decisions. She became very outspoken about everything going on personally in her life because so many people had found out about it. She didn't do a professional media interview for years. She was always telling off members of the media to get lives, and she was very unprofessional when answering questions to the media, and I just really hated that about Lindsay Lohan. You know, she realized she couldn't kayfabe it anymore, so she just lashed out at members of the media and lashed out at a number of fans. And then when social media blew up a number of years after that, all happened for Lindsay. Lindsay took to social media and social media pages like Facebook and Twitter and really lashed out, continued to lash out on her fans. Now, a lot of celebrities have lashed out at their fans on social media because of their choices and their fans not agreeing with their choices, but Lindsay seems to have lashed out more than any other celebrity in the way of a Chris Brown or a Miley Cyrus. I remember the controversy about Miley's hairstyle when she cut her long brown hair and how she said it was her body and that was what she was going to do, and nobody could tell her what to do. She didn't care if the fans liked it or they didn't like it. So, you know, Miley was really outspoken about that, but Lindsay Lohan seems to be far more outspoken than what Miley or Demi Lovato ever was about rehab or some of the choices they made about their style and their image. You know, if a celebrity wants to change their image in one way, that's a good way of looking at it. But if a celebrity wants to change their image in such a drastic way, in the way of a Lindsay Lohan, and just be so outspoken and just continuously always lashing out at their fans, having media profiling the most negative things they could possibly negativize, I think Lindsay really needs to go away. I think Lindsay needs to go away for a long period of time, give the fans a reprieve, the fans of entertainment a reprieve, which they wanted for quite some time from Lindsay Lohan's negativity. And then if Lindsay wants to come back 5 or 10 years from now, we can welcome her back with open arms, because right now I don't think there's any place, I think I can get away with saying this, I don't think there's any place in entertainment for Lindsay Lohan, and I think Lindsay Lohan really needs to go away. Because, I mean, look at how much promise we have in entertainment than what we had 10 years ago. Maybe 10 years ago, Lindsay Lohan would have been actually relevant. But now, 10 years later, we have Taylor Swift, we have Ariana Grande, we have Mariana's Trench, we have Nickelback, with everything they've got going on, Avril Lavigne, Demi Lovato, Selena Gomez. We have so much promise in the way of entertainment with musical artists and different actors and actresses who have so much promise going with their career. And in more cases than enough, we have different celebrities who have different aspects of their career, focusing on both acting and singing at the same time. They are multi-talented individuals. So maybe 10 years ago, Lindsay Lohan probably would have been relevant. But now, comparing her 10 years ago to now, really, there are more celebrities worth talking about. One of the celebrities that I'm a huge fan of, as I said here earlier, was Ariana Grande. I mean, look at how much Ariana Grande has blown up in the last 2 or 3 years since coming over from Nickelodeon's Victorious as a supporting actress known as Cat Valentine. She got her own TV spin-off, Sam and Cat. They had 35 episodes from the original 50 they were contracted to produce for Nickelodeon in its first season. That was fallen through with, and now Ariana Grande has gone into superstardom, achieving that with her career like a single one last time, which I played her at the start of the show for you, going all the way to the top 10 of the top 40 American Billboard chart, her previous #1 Problem, all coming off of EPs and her album You're Everything. So, I mean, when you really compare the career of Ariana Grande to a career of Lindsay Lohan, I mean, who is more of a superstar now? It's obviously Ariana Grande, hands down. Who is more of a celebrity when you compare Lindsay Lohan to Miley Cyrus? It's obviously Miley Cyrus. Who's more of a celebrity and a superstar when it comes to Demi Lovato and Lindsay Lohan? It's obviously Demi Lovato. So there are more celebrities out there who are more relevant in 2015. If this would have been 10 years ago, then Lindsay Lohan probably would have been worth talking about. But I'm talking about her. The reason for it is because so many people in the way of celebrity bloggers, column writers, YouTube posters on YouTube channels, they've been talking about her so much, so I thought I would just kind of coincide and throw my opinion your way on Lindsay Lohan's latest arrest charge. Now, to refer you to some references, we have some videos on our Facebook page of this at HCW Entertainment. We've tweeted some videos and articles for you on Twitter as well at Jonathan Clarke 1. And for our Google video blog, Cheap Shots from Jonathan Clarke and HCW Entertainment, it's one of our top headlines with a video reference for you as well, along with a write-up. We now have over 10,000 views on our video blog from Google on Google's blogger, Cheap Shots from Jonathan Clarke. Thank you guys so much, and I want to refer you to that because Lindsay Lohan has made one of our top headlines for a video blog which has over 10,000 views, which is amazing. So obviously we're doing something right when talking about issues in entertainment and professional wrestling. If you haven't subscribed to us, definitely go to our Google blogger page, Cheap Shots from Jonathan Clarke, and get in on the conversation. We have over 300 posts with over 10,000 nearly viewed pages on our Google blog, video blog, so make sure you check all that stuff out. Lindsay Lohan making headlines in entertainment. Are they good headlines or are they negative headlines? In your opinion, I'm going to leave that up to you. So leave me your opinion in the comments of this video, at Jonathan Clarke 22 and on Twitter at Jonathan Clarke 1. You can tweet me your opinion with a creative hashtag. Can't tell you how much I appreciate those creative hashtags. I'd love to know what your opinion is on Lindsey Lohan, because I have more of a negative opinion when it comes to Lindsey Lohan, and maybe that's why I don't talk about Lindsey Lohan as much as what I do with Demi Lovato or Selena Gomez, per se, because if I were to talk about Lindsey Lohan as much as what I was talking about Ariana Grande or Selena Gomez for the better part of the last 6 months, I'd probably go nuts. I'd probably go ballistic on Lindsey Lohan. So if you're wondering why Jonathan Clarke doesn't talk about Lindsey Lohan as much as what he does in Ariana Grande, it's because only one word defines Ariana Grande, and that's promising. There's no word that describes Lindsey Lohan, only two, and that's train wreck. And you can put train wreck in quotations. If there's anything you take away from this video blog, it's that I believe that Lindsey Lohan is nothing more than a train wreck. And I think I can get away, or at least I'd like to believe that I can get away with referring to Lindsey Lohan as a train wreck, because there's really nothing else going on for her career. If she was conducting her career in a more professional manner, I could understand people taking to the written columns or their video blogs on their YouTube channels and talking about Lindsey Lohan in a more promising way than what they are. So I don't hold you against you for saying anything negative in the way of Lindsey Lohan. I don't have anything negative to say in response to you for your opinion on Lindsey Lohan, because everybody out there is entitled to their opinion. If I had something negative to say about a blogger or a columnist who was saying something negative in the way of Lindsey Lohan, I would have said it a long time ago. I do think we need to cut her some slack, though, despite all the negativity we've been saying about her, because I think everybody deserves to be cut some slack and to be given the benefit of the doubt. Maybe 4 or 5 years from now, Lindsey will be one of those individuals who turns her life around, although I don't see it happening anytime soon. But we do need to cut her some slack, and we do need to give her a reprieve. If we can give a reprieve to Selena Gomez, or we can give a reprieve to Justin Bieber, who God knows has been unprofessional over the last 3 or 4 years, then we can obviously do the same thing for Lindsey Lohan, because, hey, she's human. Everybody was created equal in God's eyes, so maybe we should give Lindsey Lohan the benefit of the doubt. I know that's a religious viewpoint on this, and somewhat of a religious viewpoint, but I mean, really, everybody was created equal when you really think about it, so maybe we should be giving Lindsey Lohan more of a benefit of the doubt than what we do, but I don't see it happening for her anytime soon, nor do I see her turning her life around anytime soon. But I want your opinion on it. Give it to me in the comments